how I feel about the creator of DBZ being dead. Okay, so this is a long awaited video. This is a long train of thoughts that I think about a lot, especially when I'm playing basketball. When I'm fucking woman, when I'm living life like a Akira Toriyama, etc. And I feel like literally Akira Toriyama, his death wasn't planned, but I knew a lot about the continuity. I mean, within these 2 years that I've been training, I knew from what he did to his family that he couldn't live past 70. But I also knew that literally his series, his series of Dragon Ball, not the series of Team 4 Star, but literally his life dragged on. Like Vegeta, literally he got to redeem Vegeta twice. One with Frieza, and the second time with Topo in the Tournament of Power. So this video is just referencing, the current situation of where I know from being a mangaka guy myself. And let me tell you, I'm playing stupid on YouTube. Like, I'm playing stupid on YouTube, but I'm not. I'm taking advantage of the fact that the viewers are already viewing it. So, the biggest example I want to, state was me and Stephanie. My biggest problem when it came to growing up to junior high was maturity. And the biggest example of maturity is Stephanie. Even though I combined her hand in hand, the lesson that I needed to learn how to draw, was big and prominent. And Stephanie knew how to draw very fluently and well. And she knew how to draw, long landscapes. So she could draw something that's miscellaneous and beautiful, like paprika. And let me tell you, I know how I draw myself. Not just now, but I have an example on Instagram. If you keep on scrolling down my Instagram, and plus, I have really big experience as a rapper. Like, I can rap fast. I can rap slow. I can rap in 4 different ways. And what ended up happening is I gained a reputation, a rap profile, to say if I brought Davina along, I could show Davina my Instagram. So, literally, if you keep on scrolling down, my Instagram, I mean, you have to get past all, the cosplay photos. You need to get past all the costume photos, all the way to the point, where you see a drawing as Droopy. If you read every single caption, it says Droopy, son of Drop. Iroka's for Yakuza. So, Nons was so, out there, so, original, so fucking crazy and many, that we had the Seabots arc, and one of them literally was a black guy. I don't know if his dreads were green or if his dreads were purple, but he could shoot plasma lightning. And so if you keep scrolling down my Instagram, one of the pictures let you know I know how to draw, fluently and correctly, based off the actual rule of drawing. Because the rule of drawing is that you have to have proportion, like Non's characters. Somebody fooled me over time saying that Zap was literally the hardest character to draw. Then multiple people tried to, draw Zap in Japan and couldn't do it. And then I heard that literally, even more down the line in the medieval times, that was the goal of, that 70s show in West Side Story, that nobody was able to do their hair like that in history. They came pretty close, but nothing, that's exactly, a long hair with 2 spikes at the end. And what ended up happening is I know how to draw, with the actual rule. First off, you start with a circle. Not only do you start with a circle, you make sure that everything's a shape. So if you look at my Instagram, it can show you that I can draw every time. Well, there's a catch-22 too. I have to take my time. So if I take my time, that means I can draw every single time. Now I am so old and I'm so mature that I can see how something is drawn, and I can draw this whole fucking world of people in it. So when I'm playing off the Valentine's Day special, I'm playing off your, perception that I already had subs. Yes, Uncle Tommy already, validated the studio, but he pulled some bullshit, cringe. And if you want to know the whole story is beautiful between me, Bree, and I'm not gonna mention a gang. I'm not gonna mention a gang, and I'm not gonna mention what happened to Droopy last time, because last time, I actually do something correctly. I almost got into it, with Uncle Tommy, and I'm not trying to do that shit anymore. Never. Because that was my best friend ever. And what ends up happening in the current situation I'm in is if I do the right thing, like if I literally do the right thing, like if I do everything under adult stutter, and continue editing the way I'm doing, and continue to get views, I might lose my disability, and I need my disability right now, desperately, and that's the reason why I have cause and effect. So if you're listening, Morgan, if you're listening to everybody, the reason why I'm suffering, is for a good reason, because if I, draw something like I was gonna draw, Finn from Adventure Time with Happy from Fairy Tale, and if I draw that on YouTube, I get cause and effect, and that's the current situation I'm in. I'm in serious law enforcement, slash, monitoring, slash, the whole thing happened, but slash, I don't care, it's been too long. So in order, for you to be even more updated, I know we have the whole versus battle between me and Tyrone, which isn't a facade, which isn't a fantasy, but I'm treating it as a fantasy just to be better. What ends up happening is I got so far into, cause and effect, the literal term that, I learned how to speak Bob Marley, and, literally, if I keep going, that means I'll be my cousins officially on paper. I'm already, equivalent to them in terms of fluid movement, but not in terms of actual meaning. So what I try to do is I try to explain, it was like this. I said, you're so retarded, I should call you Billy in a rap battle. Literally, they didn't make me mid-tier. I went through a whole bunch of events, and now I got to apply that talent. I got to apply that with other people. So what they did is they called out that I didn't go to school and all this, whoop whap. And that Nicki Minaj video, Your Love, was inspired by a guy I know named Smeggy. Smeggy is Robert's, older cousin, and Smeggy wears purple. And, what's really, really, really hard, and what I know about a gang, is that a gang uses reverse psychology. So if you use purple, literally, in his gang, that means you're legendary, and I'm not trying to stitch on Smeggy. Smeggy is a beautiful person, and he really is intelligent, and that's what literally what somebody flips on you. Like, you think I'm a nigga, but I'm actually trying to be within the society. And other things contribute to that, like when you call me out, that means I'm physically fit and I can have more wit or comeback than you. So this all is, telling you the whole rundown. And also, Brick House Bandit made me split into 3 parts, like that one time. So Brick House Bandit, I know was supposed to be a monumental movie, but the reason why I never thought that it was gonna have more than 2 was because the way I think when I make Nas movies is, one is, the main, and that's it. Like, there should be no sequel to Chris and Elm statue. There should be no sequel to Ants. And so far, what I know, there can only be a second sequel to Ants. And the third Brick House Bandit is when Steve turns into that fucking vampire. Uncle Tommy is blue and shit like Zaff. So, it's all fair game, with Uncle Sonny. And what ended up happening was I made him Jiren Rule. So an update on Nons is there's going to be a character named Sesame that's still based off Alma, but is based off a different Naruto character. So when I got to the hood, we started watching all types of episodes of Naruto. Started watching Naruto for free, and there's this one character that already has a beanie, which I was shocked and I was surely surprised. And I thought it was a sequence, and there have been so much people, that have been hyping, this up, saying that I'm part of a sequence. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, here's what's gonna happen, because Jiren Rule in the show. Jiren Rule in the show can control street signs, and lately that's Sunny's forte. So what Sunny is gonna do is Jiren Rule is gonna have a protege named Sesame, and Sesame literally is gonna take over the world sometimes. I don't know which canon event, but just know the canon arc revolves around Jiren Rule and Who Jersey. So Who Jersey introduces a couple of people. It introduces Uncle Stami, it introduces Silent J, and it introduces Doki and Subaru in the series. It also, introduces the basketball player, Susanelli and all that stuff, because a street smart character is within Who Jersey. Now, when I was working on that, remember, I used to travel in cosplay. So when I used to record, Sean Schimmel and, famous people like Christopher Sabat, in person was when I was doing the most while I used to go to cons. So what ends up happening when I was working on Nons back in 2021, I was wondering, what do I do? Do I make Who Jersey before Big Al, or do I make a separate kind of series that explains shit, like a series on DVD or some shit? But it's all fair and game, I'm still Uncle Sonny, to the bare bone. There's still Sydney, literally. That relationship was so hot, literally, a diamond came out of that baby's ass. So, another update on Nons, Oh, hold up. Let me talk about Akira Toriyama. So, what I know about Akira Toriyama's personal life is that in the Boo Saga, the reason why all the characters, are all dripped out, with flashy outfits, is because that was a time where he was fucking bitches that was based off the Cell Saga. And other than that, I can't spill too many beans of Akira Toriyama at the moment. I just know where it comes to my current actual series of nons, lately, I will be drawing, all three this year. The Secret Code, one that has to, revolve around the shopping mall, and I will finish the Christmas special. So, just know, just for it's hard for your boy in T right now. So just be aware.